And ready to go into my endoscopy. So whenever they come and get me, they're gonna run the IV and I'm gonna be supposedly in and out.
Hi everyone, this is Z. I will be having vertical sleeve gastrectomy or gastric sleeve surgery with Dr. George Fielding at NYU Langone Tisch Hospital in Manhattan on First Avenue sometime this summer. I will let you guys know when I get my surgery date. I am almost finished with the process. My highest date, oh, excuse me, my highest weight was 310 pounds. My starting weight was 303 pounds this January of 2018, and my current weight is 282 pounds. I was weighed today at NYU Langone, Brooklyn, used to be Lutheran Hospital. I had my endoscopy with Dr. Jesse Mark Vozick, and I'm going to tell you about that experience now. So, I was called yesterday with my time to come in for my endoscopy, my endoscopy was actually scheduled for 8 a.m. I did not expect to be there that early, but I do thank God that I was in and out. I had to check in at 6:30, and I have two little ones, so I needed to drop them off with their grandmother to take care of them. So it was a busy early morning. But now, as for the actual procedure or the actual whole process, you go in and they send you to register. You go to the registration area. It's kind of like it's like a cubicle office type of thing. It's a large cubicle. You go in there and they they have you sign in. And then when they call your name, you need to have someone with you in order to take you home, because you are put under sedation, and you are considered legally intoxicated, and so you cannot drive yourself home or take yourself home. So my husband was with me, and they gave him a card with a number on it that allowed him to follow my whereabouts while I was preparing for surgery, and when I was in surgery, and when I was out of surgery. Well, technically, it wasn't surgery, but it was a procedure, and it is called pre-op and post-op, I guess. So it's still called that, even though it's not surgery. So they had me sign in, and then they sent me up to ambulatory surgery. That's what it's called. So I went up there, and I'm assuming this is somewhat routine because someone else that I know also went through this. At least for females, they have you do they have you give a urine sample, and I learned that is to see whether or not you are pregnant, whether you believe or not that you would be pregnant. If you are pregnant, they cannot go through with the procedure, but I am not, so there's that. They also do an EKG, where they just put stickers on you, and they attach clips that are attached to the machine, and they just want to get your resting heart rate. And then while you do that, you're just in a room, kind of like a doctor's office room. And I just want to talk about specific people that helped me today that were really great. There was Diane. She helped set me up with the EKG and got me my gown, which, by the way, they're called bear paws, BAIR paws. It is a picture of a bear, and I think it's 3M. I'm not sure. But they have these gowns that are made for larger people. And so apparently they already have a change of clothes in there for you, but if you're larger, they will switch it out for a larger gown. and that it was very comfortable for a hospital gown. And they have holes that you can use. What they do is they put a hose in the hole to pump heat to your body while you are waiting. So that's pretty awesome. So the person that you are with will stay with you while you are waiting to go up to surgery. And also, I just want to say, I'm not sure what his last name. I'm pretty sure it started with a C. There was the manager, head nurse, manager nurse. I'm not sure, but he did call himself the manager. His name is Tom, and he had a great bedside manner. So if you are going to see either Guyan or Tom, you're in great hands. Tom was he was cracking jokes, and he just really seemed to enjoy what he did. I think he had an awesome bedside manner, and I really appreciate and thank God that he was taking care of me. And like I said, I was saying that I was there early in the morning, so I was actually the first patient. So they take your information, they take your vitals, your temperature. Guyan helped me with that, and you get changed. And then another nurse, I'm not sure of her name, unfortunately, came in and she gave me my IV, which was right here. I have very difficult veins, and she was like, "Oh, geez, I'm not gonna be able to find yours," but she found it after a few minutes of trying, and stuck it right in, and it was good. I think this is generally where they need to take the blood out for me. I have heard that being overweight does exacerbate difficult vein issues. So hopefully when I get down, my veins will be easier to find. Anyway, after basically at maybe about 10 minutes or so before my actual surgery time, they told me they were ready for me. And Tom, actually, they put you in a wheelchair. Well, they have you get in a wheelchair. They have these modern wheelchairs, which are very cool. They seem lightweight, but they seem like they can handle a good amount of weight. And so Tom actually, he took a picture with me, and he zoomed me down the hall to the endoscopy suite. And then he left me. He told me that even though he's the boss, he likes to bring the patients down because he's the fastest. Because like I said, he truly zoomed me down. And I just told him that he does an awesome job and that he made me feel very comfortable. And he seemed like he enjoyed what he does for a living. And he said, "That's great. I appreciate that. I've always said if you have your health, you have everything." And I appreciate his outlook. He just seems like a very happy person. So he left me outside. There's a little hallway area in the endoscopy section, and then there were nurses talking to me, and they tried to make me feel comfortable. And one nurse, I did not get her name either, unfortunately, told me that she also had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy, and she's had it 3 times. And Dr. Vazik is so nice and professional, and he's a great doctor. So she made me feel very comfortable. I was still nervous, and it was funny because I had told Guyan that when she was giving me the EKG, does it show that I'm nervous? And she said, "Of course you're nervous. Everybody's nervous, but it's really not a big deal." Tom had told me, "You're in and out. It is so quick." He said, "More than likely you'll be out of here by 10. And again, my procedure was at 8. So by the way, so like I said, they had hooked me up to a heater while I was waiting. And then when I left the room, they took the heater off, but they gave me a blanket. But I was a little concerned, wondering, am I going to be cold? Because I know these operating rooms can be cold. But no, they really took care to make sure that I was not cold. And it was, I had a net cap to put cover my hair, and I had those socks with the grippies on the bottom and actually on the top, so you can't mess it up. So either way you put it, you would have the grippies on your feet, and they were like extra large for bariatric patients, so they were a little bit big on me, but not bad. Because I'm large, but it could have probably, stretched quite a bit more for a much larger person as well. So be confident that you will fit. And then they have disposable arm cuffs for blood pressure as well. So they have you take that with you. So they use that. And Tom told me everything's disposable these days. So when they were done with that, they just threw it away. But the whole time I used that one arm cuff, and they just kept transferring it. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so then I got into the operating room or the procedure room. It did say operating room, I believe. And oh my gosh, I was like, I started getting really nervous. But they had me get on the bed and scooch all the way up to the top. And then the whole team was introducing themselves to me. They had me, the doctor came and he explained that the procedure was going to take 10 minutes and it would be easy and simple, and before I know it, it's going to be over. And he had a very soothing voice and a smile on his face, and like that nurse had said, very professional. I had met him before, but this is the kind of surgeon that you want to take care of you, just make you feel very comfortable. So he had me, I think they hooked up the IV to me, to the thing that was already in my wrist, and the doctor had me lie on my side, and then they put a wedge behind me to keep me in position and to make me comfortable, which is great because I sleep with a wedge because I have back issues. So I was like, all right, I'm comfortable, And then Dr. Vozick puts something in my mouth. I'm not sure all the order of everything, but this is what happened. He put something in my mouth to keep it open, and then I think she was on the anesthesiologist team, she put an oxygen mask over my nose. And so then they had me lie on my left side and told me to breathe deeply. But right before that, they had this, I think they called it checkout. And everybody had to introduce themselves and say what team they were on, what they were doing. So they asked me my name and my date of birth. They do that a lot to make sure that they are doing the correct procedure on the correct person, because people can have similar or the same names, and we don't want to make any of those mistakes. And so they asked me my name, my date of birth, and then they asked Dr. Vozick, Dr. Vozick said who he was and what he was doing. The anesthesiologist team did the same thing. The nurses did. Everybody just introduced themselves. That's like a procedure that they do. And he said what kind of procedure he was doing. And so then they told me to breathe deeply. And I had looked at the time. It said 8:07 a.m. And then the next thing I know, I'm waking up. But it did feel like I was sleeping, and I woke up. I was told that by Tom that I was getting propofol, and that would only last for like 10 minutes, and I would wake up. And I shouldn't feel that groggy or anything, but I am still considered legally intoxicated for 24 hours after that procedure. So I woke up and they asked me how I was doing. I said I'm fine. I was dreaming. I don't know that I would usually tell somebody that, but you're coming out of sedation. So it's like, oh yeah, was it a nice dream? I said, I don't really remember it, but it seemed nice at the time. So anyway, I am going to try and make this video not over 20 minutes. So let me start wrapping it up. So afterwards, they took me to recovery, which is all on the same floor, I believe. Yeah. And I looked at the time then over there. Oh, by the way, when I woke up, it was 8:17. So it was like exactly 10 minutes. And then they took me to recovery, where there was a big digital clock that said 8:21. And it said there's no way it took me 5 minutes to get from there to there. So one of the times was off. Either way, it did take 10 minutes, whether it was 5 minutes behind or not. So yeah, the procedure literally took 10 minutes. So then they put me in recovery and they set me up, and the nurses there were very nice. The one that I remember, her name was Helen, and her and another nurse said that I looked beautiful, and I came out of surgery basically with my makeup intact. Again, still not surgery. I keep calling it surgery, but my procedure. I actually wear lip scents. And so my lipstick was still on, and they were like, wow, look at you. I had my eyebrows done and everything. So for NYU Langone, Brooklyn, you can wear makeup for this procedure. So I'm glad I did. And they said I was beautiful, and they liked my nails. So it was nice. And then my husband was sent back up with me, but before he got there, Dr. Vazic came and told me that everything looks great. And he took a biopsy, but there are no signs of anything. No cancer, no acid reflux, no bacteria, H. pylori, nothing. So I thank God for that, because I was praying while I was going under, and I just thanked God when I woke up, because thank Jesus. So I just want to give thanks to God for everything working out wonderful. And so after he left, my husband came, and I was there for a while. They had me waiting, and then they gave me something to drink. Helen gave me something to drink. And I learned later that is because they want to see if you are able to keep fluids down. They're closely monitoring you. Even though everything seems okay, they have to monitor you. They still have, they're still monitoring your heart. They put new stickers when you get down there on your heart. And I learned when she was finally able to let me, ready to let me go, I realized I was there for about an hour and 10 minutes. But I would say the 10 minutes was probably me getting dressed, using the bathroom, that kind of thing. So I was there for about an hour. And everything worked really well. Everything came out great. And so I passed that too. Those are my two biggest hurdles. I passed my psychological evaluation yesterday, and you can watch that video. I'll link that below. And, and I passed my endoscopy. And so I have my final weigh-in on June 7th. And then I'll let you guys know what's next. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Love your support. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up to let YouTube know that you liked it. Subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks again. You guys are awesome. You rock. And I will talk to you next time. By the way, don't forget to check my description box for all my links and all the information that you would need about me. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Hey everyone, come along with me on my photo journey. This is just walking up to the front of the hospital. This is the front of the hospital. As you can see, it seems like they put something over the original sign that said Lutheran to say NYU Lingo in Brooklyn. That's me. That's the mat, the rug when you first walk in. And then when you go up the escalator, there's the information desk. As you walk to your left is where you sign in. That's your registration cubicle. This is the patient locator card they give to whomever's coming with you. This is the sign from when you go upstairs to ambulatory surgery. This is me after I have changed my clothes. And that's the heater that they put directly into my gown, and this is the only place they can stick me, my only good vein. Okay, so this is just me just posing in my outfit, my full outfit, just kind of talking and taking photos, and I'm just trying to remain cool, calm, and collected. Even though I am smiling, I'm actually very nervous here, and I laugh when I get nervous. So this is the nice tote that they put the change of clothes, the gown and stuff in. These are the wheelchairs I was talking about, the modern, very cool looking wheelchairs, which I am sitting in with Tom over here as he's about to wheel me to the endoscopy suite. That is the endoscopy suite sign right there. That is Dr. Jesse Mark Vazik, the gastroenterologist that performed the endoscopy. That's just an example of the instruments that they actually put on my face. This is me right afterwards, after the procedure, with my makeup still intact. These are the nails that the nurses were complimenting me on. And this is me just showing that I feel good after the procedure. This is me about to leave. And this is the exit, going down the escalator. And this is me heading outside. Well, you don't see me, but that's outside. All right, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hope to talk to you guys soon.